नमस्कार एवरीबॉडी। मैं आपकी होस्ट और आपकी दोस्त मंजू वालिया आपके अपने चैनल पंजाब टुडे से आपका स्वागत करती हूँ। कहते हैं कि भारत एक ऐसा देश है जहाँ पर डिफरेंट स्टेट है, भिन्न भिन्न लोग हैं, भिन्न वेशभूषा अलग है, लैंग्वेज अलग है, कल्चर अलग है, शादियों के जो ट्रेडिशन है वो भी डिफरेंट है। और इस पूरी भारत की गौरव को कुछ लोग हैं जिन्होंने यहाँ पर अमेरिका में आकर और अमेरिका के स्टेट एरिज़ोना में आकर और उसको उस को कायम रखा है, उसके गौरव को कायम रखा है और उसको लेकर चल रहे हैं। तो कुछ इनके प्रीवियस प्रेसिडेंट हैं और कुछ उनके नए प्रेसिडेंट हैं और कुछ उनके लोग जिन्होंने इसको इस्टेब्लिश करने में इसका नाम है इंडिया एसोसिएशन एरिज़ोना, इसको इस्टेब्लिश करने में अपना पूरी जी जान लगा दी है इसके लिए। कहते हैं कि कुछ नशा जो है वो तिरंगे की आन का है, कुछ नशा तिरंगे की आन का है, कुछ नशा तिरंगे की शान का है। हम लहराएंगे हर जगह पर तिरंगा, हम लहराएंगे हर जगह पर तिरंगा। नशा ये हिंदुस्तान की शान का है, ये नशा हिंदुस्तान की शान का है। किसी शायर ने ये खूब लाइनें लिखी हैं और ये जो लाइनें हैं ना, इन सब पर बहुत सजती हैं। तो आइए हम मिलाते हैं आपसे श्रीधर जी, रुपेश जी, बाबू भाई, राधिका जी और सतीश जी। तो सबसे पहले हम इनका इंट्रोडक्शन लेते हैं, तो हम स्टार्ट करते हैं श्रीधर जी से। नमस्कार श्रीधर जी, और आप हमें बताइए अपने बारे में। आप
नमस्ते मंजू जी, और बहुत शुक्रिया कि आज आप हमें ये अपॉर्चुनिटी दे रहे हैं। मेरा नाम श्रीधर चन्नगिरी है। मैं इंडिया कर्नाटक राज्य बेंगलुरु नगर और अभी एरिज़ोना में रह के करीब 20 साल हो गया है। और अमेरिका में आके 25 साल करीबन हो गए। इंडिया एसोसिएशन ऑफ फिनिक्स में मैं एक बोर्ड ऑफ मेंबर हूँ और मुझे बहुत शान की बात है कि मुझे अवकाश और अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली है कि मैं अपना थोड़ा समय इंडिया एसोसिएशन और इंडियन कम्युनिटी के लिए कुछ हेल्प करने में टाइम गुजारूं। थैंक यू।
और मैं अब आप रुपेश जी से कहूंगी कि आप अपने बारे में कुछ कहिए।
नमस्कार मंजू जी, and namaskar to everyone.
नमस्कार।
So, मैं रुपेश राजकरण हूँ एंड एरिज़ोना फिनिक्स में आके 20 साल हो गए हैं। As a web director in Indian Association of Phoenix, India Association of Phoenix. It as Sridhar ji said, it's been very big opportunity to serve Indian community here in Phoenix, and I'm very happy and delighted to get that opportunity.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका रुकेश जी एंड रुपेश जी एंड सतीश भाई। सतीश भाई, हम आप पर आते हैं, आप अपने बारे में अपना परिचय थोड़ा सा हमारे दर्शकों को दीजिए।
Namaskar. Thank you, Manjuji. My name is Satish Ambali. I've been with the India Association for many years. I'm a past president of the association and have served the board and continue to support the community. I've been in Phoenix, Arizona for last 26 years and in the US for more than 30 years. So I've been involved with many non-profit, cultural organizations, and state organizations, and national level organizations. So it is my real joy to be with our community, support our community, highlight what we stand for to our children and younger generation. Thank you.
ये अब हम बात कर रहे हैं राधिका जी से, जो इस टाइम करंट प्रेसिडेंट भी हैं इंडिया एसोसिएशन की। नमस्कार राधिका जी, आपसे मुखातिब होते हैं और आप अपने बारे में कुछ बताइए।
हाँ, धन्यवाद मंजू जी। मैं राधिका सिवा, मैं अभी करंट प्रेसिडेंट हूँ। सो मैं एरिज़ोना में अपने हस्बैंड के साथ 20 साल से रह रही हूँ। एंड मुझे तो आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल कि मुझे इंडिया एसोसिएशन और कम्युनिटी ने मुझे ये मौका दिया कि मैं कम्युनिटी का कुछ सर्विस करूं। और मंजू जी, आपको भी बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहती हूँ कि आप इंडिया एसोसिएशन को इतने सपोर्ट करते हैं इन सो मेनी वेज। सो एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर इनवाइटिंग अस। आज हम सबको बुलाए, हमारे इंडिया एसोसिएशन को इतना एडवर्टाइजमेंट और एक्सपोजर मिल रहा है, तो हम आपके आभारी हैं। धन्यवाद, थैंक यू सो मच।
बाबू भाई जो है प्रीवियस प्रेसिडेंट भी हैं और काफी समय से जुड़े हुए हैं, तो आप अपना परिचय हमारे दर्शकों को दीजिए।
नमस्कार मंजू जी, सौभाग्य है हमारा कि आपने हमें मौका दिया है। मेरा नाम बाबू रमन है। इंडिया एसोसिएशन से करीबन 10 साल से जुड़े हुए हैं। मैं यहाँ यूएसए में करीबन 22 साल से रह रहा हूँ। कहते हैं कि हमको इंडिया से निकाल ले सकते हैं आप, लेकिन इंडिया को हम में से नहीं निकाल सकते। तो हम जहाँ भी रहेंगे तो इंडियन ही रहेंगे। तो हमें ये सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ है कि हम अपने कम्युनिटी के लिए कुछ कर सकें, कुछ वापस दे सकें हम अपने कम्युनिटी को। तो इस सौभाग्य के लिए हम धन्यवाद कहते हैं, और इस मौके को भी हम तहे दिल से धन्यवाद, शुक्रिया कहते हैं।
धन्यवाद बाबू भाई। मैं आप सब लोग के लिए तो सिर्फ एक ही बात कह सकती हूँ कि ना सरकार मेरी है, ना रोब मेरा है। ना सरकार मेरी है, ना रोब मेरा है, ना बड़ा सा नाम मेरा है, ना बड़ा सा नाम मेरा है। मुझे तो सिर्फ एक छोटी सी बात का गौरव है, मुझे तो सिर्फ एक छोटी सी बात का गौरव है। मैं हिंदुस्तान का हूँ और हिंदुस्तान मेरा है, और हिंदुस्तान मेरा है। ये आप सब लोग के ऊपर जाता है। शुक्रिया। सतीश भाई, हम आपके पास आते हैं, आप प्रीवियस प्रेसिडेंट हैं, तो आप हमारे दर्शकों को ये बताइए कि when did the India Association establish?
India Association has been here since 1979. So almost. So we are looking at 44 years that India Association has been here. And it is, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. So,
yeah,
43 years.
The India Association.
What is? जी.
Sorry.
जी कहिए. बाबू भाई, आप भी तो बहुत पुराने इसमें हैं, तो क्या कहना चाहते हैं कि इतनी पुरानी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है और इसको आपका जैसे नुमाइंदे हैं जो आप लोग इनको खींच के आगे लिए जा रहे हैं, इतने समय से काम कर रहे हैं, तो इसकी एस्टैब्लिशमेंट पर आप कुछ थोड़ा सा रोशनी डालेंगे?
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल। जैसे ये जब एस्टैब्लिश हुआ था 1979 में, तब बहुत कम लोग अरिज़ोना में थे, इंडियन ओरिजिन के थे। पर उन्होंने उस वक्त एक ऐसा कदम लिया कि सबको पास लाके एक बंधन में बांध दिया, और हम सब मिलजुल के अपने देश के गौरव और शान को बनाए रखने के लिए हम सब जुड़ के काम करने लगे। और धीरे धीरे हमारी यहाँ पे नंबर्स बढ़ते गए, लोग आते गए, और अभी तो काफी पॉपुलेशन यहाँ पर है, इंडियन पॉपुलेशन। कई, जैसे आप जानते हो, हमारे इतने सारे स्टेट्स हैं और हर स्टेट के लोग यहाँ पे हैं। तो
जी
हमारे पूर्वजों ने यही सोच के इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को स्टार्ट किया कि हम एक माला में सबको पिरोते हैं और एक माला बनाते हैं। तो हम अपने देश के कल्चर, संस्कृति, अपनी वे ऑफ लाइफ को बनाए रखें, दूसरों को समझाएं कि हम अमन प्रिय लोग हैं, हम शांति चाहते हैं, हम अपना जो भी हो सकता है कम्युनिटी के लिए कर सकते हैं। इसी हिसाब से ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की फॉर्मेशन हुई थी।
Okay. Okay. Second question is my for everybody. So you guys go one by one by. सतीश जी आपसे स्टार्ट करते हैं कि what is the purpose of the India Association? इसका पर्पस क्या है? आप अपने विचार दीजिए और सब आप अपने अपने विचार दीजिए इसके ऊपर।
सतीश जी।
Acha, sorry, I didn't hear. So, Babuji had already identified, mentioned briefly why this was necessary, what was the intention. So,
जी
today India Association is a non-profit organization of all Indian community. As he said very beautifully in Ek Mala Mein Judaye, just like he said that all the Indian community, whichever state, whichever bhasha, whichever language they represent, they are all part of India Association. We have no political or any religious bias or anything. So it is representing all of Indians, and the mission of India Association is to facilitate integration of the Indian heritage. So, Manjuji, if you remember, what India does the best anytime, and Indians, is we promote goodwill through our culture, our tradition, through our arts and music, and our knowledge and wisdom. From time immemorial, that is what India has done. India has always spread wealth of knowledge and arts and music and traditions all over the world. So that's what we want to do here too. We are all immersed in that. We want to share that with our local community, make them aware of what India and India represents and Indians are, and also our younger generation too. They should be aware of our culture and traditions. So that is the purpose of the India Association: the smooth integration of our culture and traditions while living in our adopted homeland of United States. And our children, for them, America is a homeland. So for them, it is a bridge to the values and culture that we bring in. Thank you.
जी राधिका जी आप अपने विचार देंगी।
Thank you, Manju ji. Jaise Babu ji or Satish ji have already said, India Association, I would say, is more like a support system. We try to help all the people, Indians that come into the United States. We help them integrate into this new nation, adapt to the new traditions or cultures. So we act like a support system for any kind of issues our Indians have here. इंडिया एसोसिएशन तो एरिजोना में है, जो जिसको भी कुछ भी तकलीफ हुआ or somebody needs help, we are there to help them in any ways, be it immigration issues, visa issues. We don't limit it to any kind of issues. We are there for them to maybe raise funds. So we are not just for Arizona. So we also work with Indians in India. So COVID ke time mein we had done a lot of fundraising to help India to overcome the COVID issues and help the states. And we had sent ventilators जो भी हम कर सकते हैं, not only in Arizona, we also do it for our motherland India too. So I would say we are like a support system for any kind of issues. We come together as a community to help each other, and also the youngsters.
थैंक यू राधिका जी। श्रीधर जी, आप अपने विचार देंगे?
Haji, thank you. As to add to what Radhika ji and Satish ji mentioned, I mean, the India Association provides a platform, so to say. I mean, be it art, culture, issues related to what you call India or Indian. So we do not limit ourselves. I mean, we definitely work closely with other sister organizations within the valley and help them not only promote art and culture, but as you said, as Radhika ji was mentioning, suppose when because as you know, Arizona State University is home to a lot of Indian students who come there for undergrad and graduate degrees. So we also work closely with them to integrate them into the mainstream American what do you call society. So we try to be everything for everyone at the same time, not losing the fact that our culture and heritage, not only for us but for the next generation or our youngsters, forms the key for our mission.
थैंक यू श्रीधर
Thank you.
जी। रुपेश जी, आपका क्या विचार है इसके ऊपर?
Yeah, thank you, Manjuji. So India is called a country of unity in diversity. Why do we say that? Basically, it has got so many religions, so many cultures across the whole country with so many states. So we are trying to integrate that, the same culture and same traditions over here in Phoenix. So with India Association of Phoenix, we are trying to guard that culture, our traditions. So that is how we celebrate, and we are non-religious and non-profitable organization.
थैंक यू
Thank you.
रुपेश जी। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन मैं स्टार्ट करती हूँ राधिका जी से। राधिका जी, व्हाट आर द इवेंट्स इंडिया एसोसिएशन डू इन द फिनिक्स?
Manjuji, India Association, we host 4 main events throughout the year. In between, we do have other smaller events, but our 4 main events, the first one is India Night, which is our Republic Day celebration. As we know, Republic Day is a very significant day in our India's history. It celebrates the day when we adopted the constitution. So we celebrate this as an indoor event at the Arcadia School auditorium, and mostly we have a lot of cultural programs which have a patriotic theme in it. The second one is, of course, our fun event, Holi event. And the Holi is a
Yes.
very popular festival in India and throughout the world. People celebrate it under different, names sometimes, but it is a very fun event where we have music, we have dancing, we have colors. So we celebrate that in a very grand way at the South Mountain Park. Last year, we had a very successful event where our tickets were sold out. So people let their hair down, dance to the music, and it attracts a lot of non-Indians as well. This is such a popular and a fun event that most of it's not just Indians that attend it. We have a lot of Americans, Hispanics, and other nationalities come and attend the event. And the third event is again our India Night, but this is for our Independence Day celebration. This is again an indoor event at the Arcadia School Stadium. The fourth one is our signature event, which is Discover India. And this is hosted, we have it in the month of November. And this is our biggest event. And this is the biggest event in Arizona, I would say, among all the regional associations as well, because it attracts 8,000 to 10,000 attendees. And it is very popular. We have a variety of cultural programs, and we have food, we have vendors, we have businesses, and it is a huge platform for various people of various cultures to come together, mingle, and learn from each other's traditions and cultures.
Okay, thank you, Radhika ji. Next question, I'm gonna come with Babu Bhai and Satish ji. So I'm gonna start with Babu Bhai. Babu Bhai, as your previous president, when did the Discover India started and
मंजू जी
why?
आपको पता, हाँ जी, हाँ जी, बिल्कुल बताता हूँ। आपको पता होगा जब 9/11 की इंसिडेंट हुई थी यूएस में, जब ट्विन टावर्स को गिराया गया था,
जी,
टेररिस्ट अटैक हुआ था, the first casualty of this event in the form of a hate crime, one of our community members, Mr. Sodhi, was attacked from behind and got killed here in Mesa, Arizona. तो
yes.
उस वक्त की बात है कि हमने हम
I think we lost Babuji.
बाबू भाई आपका फ्रीज। सतीश जी आप बताएं जब तक बाबू भाई वापस आते हैं।
Yeah, sure. Not as eloquently as Babuji, but I will try to say it in English, what he was trying to
Yes,
beautifully
you can
narrate.
say in English, Satish.
Yes. This was launched in 1992. Discover India, as Babaji mentioned, this was in the aftermath of the tragedy and the killings that happened with the terrorist attack that happened in the 9/11 incident. Following that, when Sodhiji was killed here, the Indian community, to us, the Indian community, that was a shock because Indian community never expected anything a hate crime towards Indians, and that's when the mainstream community here felt that okay, we need to highlight our what we stand for, what our diversity. As Rupesh mentioned, India is a nation of unity and diversity. What does that mean? India represents all forms of culture, traditions, people of different how they look, how they appear. Some with turbans, some without turbans, some with bindi, some without bindi. So India is such a what do you call microcosm of cultures and traditions. So we needed the mainstream community, local community, to be aware of what we represent, and we are very peace loving people who love to mingle, show our art forms, music, our knowledge. And as you know, we have brought in lot of very talented people from India, significant talented people. So as you can see, most organization, most companies these days. So this is what we wanted to highlight and make the local community be aware that this is a peace-loving community, nothing harm to be done, and we look and feel in different ways, but we are all come have one root, that is India.
Satish ji, so are you saying when the 9/11 happened, after that Discover DI started? Am I
Yes,
correct?
right
Yes,
after,
saying
yeah,
right after
1992
9.
is when.
Sridhar ji, did you tell me about the Discover India? How you think about it? The Discover India should be established. I know the reason is very good that we are all one.
Right.
आप अपने इसके बारे में कुछ विचार देना चाहेंगे? आपके बाद मैं रुपेश जी से भी यही क्वेश्चन करूंगी।
Discover India, I mean, it is one platform. I know we talked about Indian promoting Indian art, culture, and everything. The other thing is, since the way it is promoted was to also educate the non-Indians of the what do you call what India stands for, right? I mean, if you look at Indian history, our whole movement was based on nonviolence. So when this hate crime hit our our community, it was kind of an eye opener for all of us. So we had to kind of establish and show to the world that, hey, we are the ones who got our own independence with nonviolence being our mantra. So we wanted to, and we, as other of my colleagues mentioned, we do not have anything against anyone or any religion or anything. So we wanted the entire community of not only Indians but the non-Indians also to get that message of non-violence, promoting art and culture, and then the unity in diversity, where we treat everyone as equal. That's that's what how I see Discover India being. I mean, that's the message I give my kids, and I wish the larger community gets the same message.
Rupesh, can you give your views about the DI?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Manjuji. So the name itself, Discover India. So what we are trying to show out, what India is, that is what we are trying to do with Discover India. Basically, we want to show out, saying that how our culture is, how our tradition is, as Sridharji was saying about non-violence, about Gandhiji, how we fought our freedom with non-violence. So we are trying to show off all that things with also our culture and tradition, our dances, all that stuff, uh, to everybody here in the valley, saying that we are people who are promoting peace, who are promoting uh, togetherness. So that is what the Discover India is for, according to me.
Okay. And the three of the presidents over here, two are the previous president and President Radhika ji. Babu bhai, I started with you.
हाँ जी
How is the India Association in Phoenix interact, coordinate, and collaborate with another Indians?
uh, Manju ji, as you know,
Or
India Association
Mhm.
has a long history. We were one of the pioneers in setting up this organization as an umbrella organization which covers all the other organizations. आपको तो पता ही क्या है कि इंडिया में हर 50 किलोमीटर में खाने का, पीने का, रहने का, बोलने का सब चेंज हो जाता है because of
जी
different states, different languages, different culture patterns and all that. तो इंडिया एसोसिएशन सबको एक साथ लेके चलता है कि हम
जी
जैसे मेरे भाई यहाँ पे रुपेश ने बोला था यूनिवर्सिटी इन डाइवर्सिटी, हम हर मोती को पिरोने वाला धागा इंडिया एसोसिएशन है जो जाके एक
जी
माला बन जाता है. हाँ जी.
जी राधिका जी, आप अपने विचार दीजिए कि collaborate with another Indian or organization too. कैसे करता है इंडिया एसोसिएशन?
So India Association actually partners with a lot of association in India. I mean, who have branches here in the United States as well. We all, for example, we do have an association with Akshay Patra, which actually is in India, but they do a lot of we collaborate with them to raise funds and help out school children back in India. So we have a lot of those kind of associations with organizations in India that have branches here. We try to collaborate, and that was just an one example. We have this
जी
collaboration with a lot of even business and non-business organizations, which helps
जी
businesses here in the United States and then in India too.
जी सतीश जी, आप अपने विचार देंगे?
Sure. Thank you. It's a
You
pleasure.
can say, you
So,
can speak in English, not a problem.
okay, thank you. So, we, as Babaji mentioned, we are an umbrella organization, and we work with all the India related organization, whether it's cultural or no difference. There is any India-based organization. We work very closely with them. We support them as they need. We try to bring them in. Same thing with supporting Indians in Indian organizations back in India. So that is exactly what Radhika ji also mentioned, that we want to promote businesses, we want to promote mutual exchanges, so that Indians and Indian businesses in the US will have a good opportunity to partner with Indians back in India. So there is a lot of tie-up and collaboration these days happening. So culture, tradition, business, finance, anything you mentioned, science, technology, all of that is what India Association embraces. Thank you.
Thank you. Sridharji, can you explain a little bit about yourself, how you
Yeah,
collaborate with others?
yeah. I would like, I would like to expand it beyond the art and culture. So, being the umbrella organization, we also work closely with the Indian Consul's office, for example, in San Francisco, which is the region which supports us. So we do what you call uh, have the consul general visiting here. Recently, he was here a few months back, promoting the what you call the Make in India campaign, which the Indian government is currently promoting. So we had invited what you call as you know, the Valley has a lot of Indian entrepreneurs and technologists. So we did invite them, which so that event acted as a showcase for someone from here wanting to go and start business in India. So we provide that platform. We also work with, as I mentioned earlier, with the Students Association to assimilate and integrate them uh, into the Indian community at large in the valley. So those are a couple of them, and we also work closely with our with other organizations like Seva and others in terms of what you call, if there is a natural disaster in India or something, we do collaborate and help. And last but not the least, we do provide a platform to educate our community during the times of distress. Like, for example, during COVID, we had invited, there are, as you are well aware, there are a lot of Indian doctors within the valley. So we use their services to educate our, what do you call, our community at large as the pros and cons and what you should be doing, what you should not be doing. So it encompasses all aspects of what a community expects in the valley.
Yeah. Rupesh, you can have some of your views too.
Yeah, sure. So, as India has so many languages, and we see on our Indian rupee note that 17 official languages are there, which is on our Indian rupee note. So we try to integrate all our languages, all our religions, all our cultures, all our traditions into one umbrella, which is Indian Association of Phoenix.
Okay. Thank you. My next question is how Indians are contributing to the economy of the state. Can I start with Rupesh?
Me?
Okay, sure.
Rupesh,
Who- Rupesh?
Yeah,
How Indians are
Indian.
contributing? Anji.
Yeah. So sure, Manjuji. So India's diaspora is a highly educated and affluent population in United States. We know that we have like a lot of people who work in IT, information technology, and who are like we know that a lot of CEOs are from Indian origin. So a lot of Indians are doctors. So also we see that a lot of Indians who come here, uh, also their kids also study their engineering and doctors and do their masters and all that stuff. So we are actually contributing from towards the economy by sending our children to school, then having them open their offices, open their companies, do entrepreneurship. So in various fields like medical field or information technology. So I think that is how we are contributing for now. I will leave the
So,
rest to other members here.
Sridhar ji. Yes, Sridhar ji.
Rupesh ji covered the two most popular ones, which
Okay.
most of our Indian community is known for, the doctors and the technologists. So one interesting thing I also noted, want to highlight is from a cultural standpoint. I mean, if you, I myself have seen in the last 20 years, the number of what do you call teachers, so to say, who impart, whether it be dance, whether it be music, it could be what do you call uh, it could be instrumental, it could be vocal and other things. So uh, we not only train the kids, and those kids become teachers and train. So I'm not saying this directly impacts the economy, but in the larger interest, if you look at it, we are popularizing not only our own uh, musical background, and we are also educating the Indians as well as non-Indians. I myself, a few non-Indians who have taken what do you call lessons in violin, trying to learn the Indian style, whether it be Hindustani or Carnatic. So that is one other aspect of what do you call the Indian diaspora contributing not only to the state but also to the promotion of culture.
Thank you. My next question is with everybody, for everybody. I'm going to start with the Babu Bhai. How Indian Phoenix Indian is helping the community?
Manjuji, every uh, uh, every area of work you see, there is an Indian presence. Either we are a service provider or a business owner. So um, we provide services, we provide products. We also work in the in the government systems. In our community, we definitely have played a major role all along since a long time. More and more industries are growing here, and more people are coming and settling down. तो आप जिस भी क्षेत्र में देखोगे हमारे इंडियन भाई काम कर रहे हैं. They are all well educated. They do a very uh, um, good job. They are honest, hardworking, loyal people, and at the same time, everybody contributes to the community in some way or the other. या तो इंडियन इकोनॉमी को हेल्प करने में अपने जो फॉरेन एक्सचेंज भेजते हैं, या फिर अपना वहाँ पे जो बैक एंड टीम्स होते हैं जिनकी मदद से यहाँ पे वो बिजनेस करते हैं, या फिर अपने अम, जो इकोसिस्टम है उसमें भी उनकी बहुत कंट्रीब्यूशन रहती है. तो every Indian here has contributed in some way or the other to the community here as well as the community back home.
Back in India.
राधिका जी, आप अपने कुछ विचार कहेंगे?
Sure, Manjuji. Like Babuji and everybody else have said, Indians are in every field. Kahin bhi jao, then there's an Indian there. So we have so many entrepreneurs, and we have so much intellectual property that we have brought into this country. Has so many intellectual people, and we bring all those intellectual ideas and entrepreneurship to this country, and they are so successful in our businesses. And I'm sure Indians are one of the highest taxpayers to the government. We contribute a lot to the economy of the nation because of our and most of us bring in so much. We are all service minded. We work hard. We are known to be hardworking people. We are known to be non-violent, and we are known to be very dedicated to our jobs. If I talk to a lot of employers, and they say they want to hire Indians because they are the most hardworking people. in any companies. And we are so, I mean, we bring in so much intellectual property, like I think Satish ji said. We have a lot of CEOs and CFOs of big like Google and Microsoft that are Indians. So I think we contribute in every way, most probably in the IT field and doctors field and all other service industries. So that's what my idea is.
Okay. Satish, can you say the few lines,
Sure.
please?
Yes, please. Thank you, Manjuji. I would just pull on the threads that Rupesh ji and Radhika ji and Babuji mentioned. What Indians contribute. So, any let's take Radhika ji brought a good point: intellectual property, right? So, there are two aspects to Indian. One is first generation Indians who are coming from India. I will say maybe 80% or 90% of Indians who are coming to the US are coming as students these days. That's a significant. They are coming here for higher education. Once they get their higher education, masters or PhD or whatever it is, and then they are getting into the companies, organizations, and companies, and they start something their own entrepreneurship and all of that. So you have brought the cream of India, the talent of India over here, and they are contributing. The second is any Indian parent here. For us, number one thing is our children get the best education. They want to make sure our children are most educated. And as earlier Sridharji was mentioning, at the same time, any child we are developing, we are also instilling our arts and music and culture and dance, everything. So these go hand in hand. And once they grow, what do? They are joining the companies, they are leading the companies. That's how they become the CEOs and CFOs and all that high end chief engineers and everything. Because that's what Indians are for. We want to excel and help out everyone. We want to contribute to the education, technology, and growth development. That's how we contribute to the development of the country. Thank you.
Thanks. Rupesh, a few lines from you.
Yeah, I think I started with it saying that we basically uh, contribute, as Satish ji also said, right? So students are coming in. So each student, when a student comes in, he is paying huge amount of fees, which is again contributing towards the economy of the college and education. And then in turn, after they pass out, they are opening their own companies or getting into service industry, which is again contributing towards the economy of the valley and the country. So
Okay. Thank you. Sridharji, a few lines from you.
Yeah, I think my other friends have covered most aspects of what the Indians have contributed and continuing to contribute. And the fact, what I would like to highlight is so the economic aspect of what the community contributes, right? But then there is what I would call as the non-tangible side of things, which means that whenever there's a need by the community for any help, be it fundraising or be it educating in time, I think we step up. I mean, since I'm leading the youth board, I know very well that during the COVID times when the kids were all bottled up and were having these online sessions, there were challenges for the kids in terms of education. So our youth, I mean, the Indian youth at that point in time, what do you call, got up to the need of the community, and we ourselves conducted a lot of these online sessions with what do you call the students get extra help. So I know there's an economic side of it, but a lot of times we do kind of miss out on these non-tangible ones. So I mean, we are there when there is a need, and I think that's what we are instilling in our next, I mean, our kids and the next generation. So the contribution continues.
Thank you. And this is the last question. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, the most important question. The DI Discover India is going on November 13. So, DI, please start with Babu Bhai with talk about the 2022 Discover India.
हाँ जी, इस साल हम गिलबर्ट में क्रॉस रोड पार्क्स में नवंबर 13 को डिस्कवर इंडिया होस्ट कर रहे हैं और as a every year we used to hold it at Scottsdale Civic Park, but of late we have been thinking about taking Discover India to different corners of the valley and to bring the celebration to the doorsteps of different communities in different corners of the valley. As such, a lot of preparation is going on. We have already started organizing things, contacting vendors, and all that. We expect at least 12 to 15,000 people to participate in this year's organization of the event, and बड़ी उम्मीद है कि हम अच्छा करेंगे. आई वुड लाइक टू ऐड दैट जितने भी इंडियन से मैं यहाँ पे यूएस में मिला हूँ, हर भारतीय जो है वो एक प्राउड इंडियन है. वो चाहे अमेरिकन सिटीजन बन गया हो, लेकिन दिल से वो भारतीय है, वो प्राउड भारतीय है. तो हम अपना जो कल्चर और अपना जो कैपेबिलिटी है, अपना जो ट्रेडिशन है, उसको बनाए रखेंगे, उसको नेक्स्ट जनरेशन को पास आउट करेंगे और दूसरों को भी हम साथ लेके चलेंगे. बाकी नॉन इंडियंस को भी हम अपना साथ लेके चलेंगे. उनको हम लोगों ने एक टर्म बनाया है, उसको कहते हैं इन्फोटेनमेंट. हम अपना कल्चर और अपने बारे में एंटरटेनमेंट के रूप से इंफॉर्मेशन पास आउट करते हैं कम्युनिटी को. So that is the aim of India Association, and civic engagement is the main focus of Discover India.
Okay. Radhika ji, you are the president right now, so आप बताइए कैसी तैयारियां चल रही हैं. Talk about the DI 2022.
Yeah, तैयारियां तो रोज हो रही है. We are all working hard. We have a lot of volunteers. इतनी बड़ी event है तो we cannot just do it among our board members. We have a lot of help from past presidents, past board members, community volunteers. They help us a lot, without which any event cannot be successful. It is actually not just, I mean, India Association is hosting it, but it is the whole community that is actually working for it. So it's almost like a community event. So, I mean, we are planning it in a very grand scale this year. First time, like Babuji said, it's in Gilbert. We chose Gilbert because it's a very family friendly town. It has a lot of Indian families living there. So we thought, okay, it would be a great, a nice change to have it in a different location this time. So hopefully, with all your help, with the whole community's help, we would have another successful event.
Okay. सतीश जी, आप अपने विचार दीजिए 2022 डिस्कवर इंडिया पर.
Sure. So this is the 75th year of India's independence, and as we are celebrating that, so Discover India. Every year when we celebrated Discover India, we had a theme for that year's event. So this year we said, hey, we are going to celebrate India as a whole. So there is no special state emphasis or anything. Everybody is welcome. So India, we are celebrating the India's 75 years of independence and India as a country and cultural tradition house, that we are celebrating all of that. So again, being in Gilbert, I used to be a resident of Gilbert for 20 years until last year. And it's a beautiful place. As Radhika ji said, this is a family-friendly town and a good opportunity to bring to the Southeast Valley the Discover India. And it's a very open park, and it's when Radhika ji mentioned it's a big event. One thing we have to remember, it is from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So that's a whole day thing, and we have to start preparing at least the day before, setting up all the stalls and all the preparations for the event. So it's a lot of undertaking. We need a lot of volunteers. There are many who have come forward. All are welcome. We strongly encourage all our children, youth to come and volunteer, be part of it, celebrate this great event. This is an event of all Indians and Indian origin, as well as for local people, for everyone. Thank you.
थैंक यू सतीश जी। रुपेश जी, आप अपने विचार दीजिए, कैसी तैयारी चल
Yeah,
रही है 2022?
yeah, sure. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. So after pandemic, I think we are here and we are all again meeting ourselves. So this is one of the biggest event what India Association of Phoenix usually does every year. So this year it will be a public event after a long time, and we are expecting lot of Indian food, Indian restaurants coming up with all that exciting and tasty food. So request everyone to come in and experience the 75th year of independence, and also also look at our culture, experience the tradition, culture, and the food.
जी, श्रीधर जी, आपके ऊपर बात आती है अब।
Thank you. As everyone else said, the preparations are in full swing. We have a what do you call a special section for the youth, and then they are also, I mean, the youth board of the India Association of Phoenix is also driving certain particular because we also want to keep the younger kids engaged when the other activities are going on in the field. So there is like what do you call um, some what do you call, some board games. Then there is like a painting opportunity for the kids, which is good and taught by others. We are also exploring the option of doing a kind of a beginner yoga kind of a session. So there is definitely art, culture, and food, but there are other things like this painting, face painting, yoga, children's painting sessions. So we strongly encourage not only the participation from the community, but also the volunteering from the community for this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, which is our theme for this Discover India 2022 being hosted on the 13th of November in Gilbert.
थैंक यू। जाते जाते एक क्वेश्चन मेरे दिमाग में आया, बाबू भाई आप जरा आंसर करेंगे कि जब इंडिया एसोसिएशन स्टार्ट हुआ था तो इतने लोग नहीं थे। अभी जो इतनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्टार्ट हो रही हैं फिनिक्स के अंदर, इज दे इफेक्टेड इंडिया एसोसिएशन और इंडिया एसोसिएशन इज स्ट्रॉन्ग?
नहीं, हम ये सोचते हैं कि मोर द मेरियर। जितने आते हैं सब अपना ही देश के हैं, अपना ही देश का प्रमोशन कर रहे हैं, अपने ही कम्युनिटी के सर्विस में हैं। जो काम हम कर रहे हैं वो काम वो भी कर रहे हैं, तो हम सब मिलजुल के अपने कम्युनिटी को बढ़ा चढ़ा के लोगों के पास पहुंचा रहे हैं। इट्स अ वेरी हैप्पी थिंग टू सेलिब्रेट इंडिया। जैसे मैंने पहले भी बोला कि एवरी इंडियन इज अ प्राउड इंडियन। तो we welcome each and every organization under the umbrella of India Association. We want to work with everybody because ultimately the benefit goes to the community.
जी, आप क्या कहना चाहेंगी राधिका जी? इज इंडिया एसोसिएशन इज इफेक्टेड बाय अदर्स?
No, like Babuji said, there are a lot of smaller regional associations which have their own events for each state, and we would like to support them in any way we can. So we would like to actually work with each other, and we do collaborate with them. We are actually inviting all the regional associations to our Discover India. So each association has a booth to showcase each their region's heritage and culture. So we like to collaborate and encourage these organizations, so we all work together. Absolutely. So we
अच्छा,
don't
सतीश जी
feel
मैं
fear of anyone.
ओके, सतीश जी मैं आपसे भी ये पूछना चाहती एज ए प्रीवियस प्रेसिडेंट, आपको क्या लगता है इसके बारे में, आप अपने कुछ विचार देना चाहेंगे?
Yes,
Because people
India
come
Association.
the break and then go. जी.
So we have to remember what we do, what we stand for. What any organization has to do is add value to the community, add value to people. So once we do, as Rupeshi and Sridharji and Radhikaji mentioned earlier, we are doing, India Association is bringing together so many events, so many activities that support them for the bringing the Consular General here, supporting their those kind of matters, legal matters, supporting them any which way whenever we need. That's what we add value. Once we add value to them, they see that yes, this is a venue for us, this is an organization for us, so it has only grown. Always we think that other organizations pose a challenge. No, in fact we consider all organizations as sister organizations, and as Babuji mentioned, more the merrier. We support, it's all for the common cause and good cause. And how we do, we differentiate probably a little bit. And at the beginning, we mentioned the four signature events we India Association does, and all those four events are unique in the valley. That's what we do, and we distinguish. India Association distinguishes itself from anybody else as distinct events that we are able to do and bring people and celebrate. And tomorrow, another organization can celebrate a festival of their own, and we all will go and dance with them. That's what we are. Thank you.
Yeah, the time is running out. Rupesh, few words for and after you, Sridharji, few words about my questions. To any
Yeah, sure.
message to the Indian
Yeah,
people in
we
Phoenix?
yeah, as we discussed, we have a lot of new organizations which are coming up definitely in the valley, but we are there, and as everyone said, we are under our umbrella. We want to host and we want to support everyone, so that is what we want to take, and we want to serve the community. The major thing is serving the community. As Radhika ji said, as Babu Bhai said, during COVID, we helped the community. We have made some lectures and some presentations where they're from doctors, from some for students, how to manage your teens. So we had lot of educational stuff also, which we had taken care. So we are here for community, and we want to support everyone to see how we can support the community. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Sridharji.
continuing,
A few lines for few words
yeah,
from you.
yeah, definitely. Thank you. Continuing the theme, I think we are collaborating and we continue to collaborate. The more the merrier. I think if you remember in the earlier part of 2012, 2015, that we did what do you call it, Western Coastal Promotion, where we actively involved the Kannada Association, the Maharashtra Association, the Kerala Association, and it is a Karavali theme is what we call that. I mean, basically the coastal states of India. So, they're all our brothers and sisters. We are all working towards a common goal of promoting art, culture, and other things. So, the more the merrier, so long as we all march to the same theme of one India, uh, one country.
Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, for your time. And the Punjab Today is very happy to take your interview and hope everything goes well, good, and blast in the Discover India 2022 and the Phoenix, and all the vendors gonna be happy with that. आप लोगों के लिए तो मैं कहूँगी कि दौलत के दरवाजे बहुत होते हैं और कुछ लोग ऐसे भी होते हैं कि जो अपने वतन के लिए भी कुछ करना चाहते हैं, जिसमें से आप सब लोग और आप सब लोग ही धन्यवाद के पात्र हो। शुक्रिया आपका और गुड नाइट। एंड पंजाब टुडे की टीम की तरफ से आपका हार्दिक धन्यवाद। नमस्कार।
शुक्रिया,
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद मंजू जी।
थैंक यू।